Good morning, students. Now we discuss about the base and types of bases. According to Arrhenius concept, base, the substances which dissolved in water to release the OH minus ions that are called the bases. Any chemical substance which can dissolve in water to release the OH minus ions, that substances are called the bases. Here OH minus ion is called the hydroxyl ion. Hydroxyl ion. So any substance to release the OH minus ions that are called the bases. Example bases, example NaOH, sodium hydroxide, KOH, potassium hydroxide, MgOH twice, magnesium hydroxide, CaOH twice, calcium hydroxide. These are the examples of the bases. Next, all the bases are classified into two types, based on the strength and based on the acidity. Now, the classification, first classification is based on the strength. Based on the strength, all the bases are classified into two types. First one is the strong base. Strong base. Second one is the weak base. So all the bases are classified different ways. First classification based on the strength. So these are two types, strong base and weak base. So first one, strong base. The bases which are dissolved in water to release the large amount of or large number of OH minus ions. Thus bases which dissolved in the water to release the large amount of OH minus ions that are called the strong bases. Example NaOH, KOH, these two are the strong bases. Next, second one, weak base. The bases which are dissolved in the water to release the less number of OH minus ions that are called the weak bases. Example ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH, and ferric hydroxide, FeOH twice. These are the weak bases. So large number of OH minus ions are released, that are the strong bases. Weak number of OH minus ions are released, that are the weak bases. This is the first classification based on the strength. Next classification based on the acidity. What is the acidity? First we discuss about the acidity. What is the acidity? The number replaceable OH minus ions present in a one molecule of the base, that is called the acidity. The number of replaceable OH minus ions present in the base, that is called the acidity. Based on the acidity, all the bases are classified into three types. Monoacidic base. First one, monoacidic base. So what is the monoacidic base? Here the bases releases only one OH minus ions. Only one OH minus ions on the ionization, that is called the monoacidic base. One molecule of any base on ionization, it releases the only one OH minus ion, that is called the monoacidic base. Example NaOH. On ionization, it releases the Na plus OH minus ion. only one OH and another one KOH. These are also having the only one OH minus ion. It releases the one OH minus ion. So one molecule of any base on ionization to releases the only one OH minus ion, that are called the monoacidic bases. Example NaOH and KOH. Second one, diacidic base. Diacidic base. These bases are dissolved in the water to release the two OH minus ions on the ionization. One molecule of base dissolved in the water to release the two OH minus ions, that are called the diacidic bases. Example calcium hydroxide. On dissociation, it releases the Ca plus 2 plus 2 OH minus ions. Two hydroxyl groups are present. Another one, magnesium hydroxide, MgOH twice also. It on ionization, it gives the Mg plus 2 and 2 OH minus ions. 2 OH minus ions are present. So that are called the diacidic bases. Next one, third one, triacidic base. Third type, triacidic base. Triacidic base means only one molecule of base on ionization to releases the 3 OH minus ions. 3 OH minus ions, that are called the triacidic base. Example aluminium hydroxide, AlOH thrice. On ionization, it releases the Al plus 3 and 3 OH minus ions. And also ferric hydroxide, FeOH3. It releases the Fe plus 3 and 3 OH minus ions. So these are the examples of triacidic bases. Generally, bases means any substance dissolved in the water to releases the OH minus ions, that are called the bases. Bases are classified into two types. One is the based on the strength and based on the acidity. Based on the strength, they are classified into two types, strong base and weak base. Second one, based on the acidity, they are classified into three types, monoacidic base, diacidic base and triacidic base. Thank you for everyone.